Hi guys, it's Chris at Jordan Repairs in Cameron, Ontario in the beautiful city of Kawartha Lakes. This will be our second video. Hopefully it turns out a little bit better than the first one that we did, but we're getting there. So I thought it would be a good idea just to kind of go over a couple of the tractors that I thought would be a good comparison. We have our Husqvarna here, LS series tractor, which is our premium tractor. We just happened to get a John Deere X300 series into the shop for some repairs, so we thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of go over some of the differences with the tractor and why I think we have a little bit better package in this premium series. So I'll just show you guys a couple of the features of the tractor. The first thing immediately that most customers notice is we do have a lot heavier deck on here. This is a welded, handmade, fabricated deck. So it's not a stamp deck, which is what the John Deere uses on their X300 series, so it is a little bit heavier deck. That deck also has a lifetime warranty on it, on the construction of the deck itself. It doesn't include blades and belts, obviously, but the deck construction itself has a lifetime warranty. A few of the other features that this tractor has, as opposed to our competition, is we do have a lot of creature features on it. It does have a fuel shutoff valve on the back, or a reserve I should say, not a shutoff. But if you run out of fuel, you can switch this over and there is a reserve on it. So it'll get you back to the house if you run out of fuel at the end of the laneway. So that's kind of a nice little thing. The seat adjust on it is very easy to do. You just flip this little handle here and the seat will go ahead and back, which is great. One of the other things that I like about our tractor, the Husqvarna versus the John Deere, is a lot of the tractors now, when you go to cut in reverse, you have to push or hold a button or hold your tongue the right way. These tractors here have a position right on the key switch, so when you start it up, you can put the key switch back in the reverse position and it will cut in forward and reverse all day long. Whereas the John Deere has a separate lever that you have to pull out every time that you want to go in reverse. It's called a Rio switch system. A couple of the other things with this tractor, it does have the rear fuel tank. It's about a 5-gallon fuel tank on this. Also, we have a little bit nicer instrumentation cluster than the John Deere. We have an amp gauge here and also an hour meter, whereas on the John Deere it is just a digital readout for your hours, so there's no amp meter on that, anything else. So again, there are reverse option switches here, so you have to manually pull this out every time you go into reverse, whereas ours is on the key switch. A couple of the other things on my list that I have here is things that you may not see, but our tractor has a rear locking differential, the transmission. So what that means is if the one tire starts to spin, it will lock the rear end. The John Deere doesn't have that as a standard option or a standard feature. Ours does. A couple of the obvious things, ours comes with the bumper, which is kind of nice. The John Deere, I believe that you can order them, but it's an additional cost. Couple of the other things that I see on this is their hydrostat system for the foot pedal control is 2 separate levers, whereas ours is all done on the same eccentric. So I have had some customers say that they have a hard time bumping this with their foot if they're wearing work boots or whatever the case is. So it's kind of nice. Ours is wide open and it's all done on the one pedal as opposed to the 2 separate. The other thing that's kind of nice on ours is we have a 12-volt power port here on the side. So if you wanted to hook an accessory into there, you could. For all the technical people, you could put your cell phone in there, whatever, charge it. But what I find this practical for is if you were towing a sprayer or something that required 12 volts, you don't have to run a harness to your battery or do any electrical work. You can just plug a 12-volt power supply into that and run whatever you need behind the tractor. So the other nice thing about our tractor versus the John Deere X300 series is, on average, depending on what model you're looking at and what options you go with, our tractors are generally $500 to $800 less expensive than the John Deere, and in my opinion it's just a prettier looking tractor. So anyways, just wanted to go over a few things with you guys. Again, we're Jordan Repairs, 87 Killarney Bay Road in Cameron, Ontario. You can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, social media, and our phone number here is 705-374-4357. If you have any questions, give us a shout or stop by and take a look at what we have.